Welcome back, guys, to another episode of QuakeLive Plays, brought to you by myself, DDK, also known as Daniel Kapadia. It's my real name. So here is a game between Rapha and ZeRo4 and Lost World for the summer season. It was the first cup, I believe. It was actually one of the two matches I actually casted because I was on holiday that weekend. It was very nice. But let's just get back into this game and get things underway. So Lost World's always an interesting map to watch. Can be very complex as far as decision making goes, but let's look at Rapha's spawn. So he spawned at the rocket launcher here, and he heard nothing off the start, so he doesn't know exactly the position of his opponent. So he's going to get the rocket launcher and then reassess. Time to reassess. Did he hear anything? No. So what he wants to do here is he has the red armor and he's got the mega up on the spot. It's feasible that his opponent spawned near the shotgun. So if that's the case, if Rapha goes balls to the walls, aggressive, just diving in to the mega, he could just end up with a shotgun in his face and with death. So the best thing to do here is just to drop for the red and then see what's happening at mega as you drop. And if there's nothing, then he knows that the lightning gun is where his opponent is. And in fact, we can see that's actually what happens. And this is going to give him this mega. He's going to pick up the shotgun, the shards, pretty much everything he can. And the thing is right now that he can't get. He needs the LG. He really needs the LG, so he's thinking about a way to do that. He can either go up this jump pad, or what he can do is cut through the middle area of the map and rocket jump up. Those are the two options right now. So Rapha, I think if you're playing against someone with an LG, you probably want to avoid the jump pad just in case. And the rocket jump is always nice. There you go, rocket jump up, picks up the LG. Now it's all about, okay, I've got all the weapons. That was the mission after the pickup of the red and the mega. So now it's just about getting himself onto the open map to then assess again, or see what's happening, see where opponent is, what items are spawning, and when, and then reassess the options and the decision right there. So first of all, get onto the open map. ZeRo4 smart, however, he knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing here, and he's delaying Rapha from getting out on the open map, which is what Rapha really wants. Rapha, however, took no damage and will just pick up another yellow. And already being so stacked, this isn't too bad of him, and he's trying to play it relatively passive, doesn't have to go for any crazy risks, had the shards, can get another yellow here, got position on the map still. We're going to leave the yellow up to just, because this is the kind of timing. If he'd gone for the yellow, he would be, you can imagine if you went for the yellow right after the shards. Look at where his position it would be. I mean, he'd be sitting over there. Can I point to it? He could be sitting over there by the yellow, coming up the stairs, and think about his point of view, like what he can see from there, and how vulnerable that little ledge is compared to where he's standing now and the power of this position. Because the thing is that if ZeRo4 does try to come out aggressively on the upper area of the map, then Rapha's got great ability to deal damage here, and he's always got that yellow there for himself if he needs it. He doesn't need to take it straight away, and that's what he recognizes. So good stuff from Rapha there, and we can see him probably taking it if nothing happens, and there you go, nothing really happening, so he does pick it up. So right now ZeRo4, he's got to find out where he is, and of course ZeRo4 either goes high or he goes low. ZeRo4 guessed right, however, and he went low, and fair enough. And so Rapha's now in a position where he can try to cut ZeRo4 off. He does not need the red armor, which is imminently spawning. So instead he's going to favor the positioning and try to cut off ZeRo4, which is a brilliant play to make, and try to steal away a yellow here. And that's more armor that ZeRo4 does not have. And he gets a bit of damage as well as taking away one of the yellows, and now suits up the red. So rocket jump here would be nice, I would say, to get himself out of trouble quickly. He's got a lot of stack to do it with. Okay. Fake rocket jump. The fake rocket jump was beautiful here. It forced his opponent to ZeRo4 to switch out to LG to kind of catch him mid-air. But actually, in fact, it was a fake. So this is going to give Rapha time where there's not going to be spam rockets to actually escape. So that's a beautiful play there to get out with a little damage as possible taken. And now Rapha up onto the shards. Just has to be thinking about mega, and you can see his approach here onto mega is very good. And it's up to ZeRo4 whether he wants to challenge for this, but Rapha's definitely in a good spot to defend it. ZeRo4 does get through the choke point quite quickly there, but that first rocket Rapha's nice. He can afford to go through now and try to bully his way on, and ZeRo4 in a bad spot there on the mega ledge. This should be a really good fight, even if ZeRo4 has taken that mega, which we can see that he has. So this should be a really good fight for Rapha, but he's got to hit the shots. Okay, takes a lot of time to hit that rocket, And you can see ZeRo4's rocket pushed Rapha all the way out here, and even though ZeRo4 has to travel through this choke point, if he switches to LG after the mega pickup, actually Rapha didn't do quite enough there, so ZeRo4 has a bit of an edge in this fight. Ouch, you can see it even hits perfect LG, and that edge was definitely played its part and got him the frag. So after the frag, ZeRo4 just wants to remove all the armor away from the map that he can and try to cycle the items, and there's actually a lot of time for the next yellow, mega, and red. So because of that fact, Rapha's going to go super aggressive here. It's not something you normally see on this map, but you guys can see above that the item timer, you can see that 18, 20, and 19 for the next 3 big items. So this means that if Rapha gets ZeRo4 low now, then Rapha gets chance off the spawn to make another play and keep ZeRo4 from getting a big cycle in the items, keep him from pressuring Rapha and just restricting him to 1 yellow. Instead, Rapha's going to have so many more options because of this death. He's going to sustain a death here, but he's going to do a lot. Okay, there's a death, but it's okay. Only 52 armor for ZeRo4, so it's not significant. And this gives Rapha a lot of options. Had he not done that attack, ZeRo4 would be super stacked still, and Rapha would be like, how the hell do I even get out on the map? And right now we can see that's not the case, and the only problem for Rapha is weapons. But as you can see here, he actually spawned in the mega health, and the interesting thing here is that shotgun at mega health is actually really scary for ZeRo4. It's a big unknown, so he doesn't want to jump straight down in there to try and take it. It's too unknown for him. So instead, he's going to be like, okay, he might even give it away, just play it safe. Oh, but he does see Rapha from above. This actually now allows him to take it. But you can see how careful he was being, because he knows how dangerous that shotgun could be there. And he's going to just give away the reds, spam some grenades, and take away all the armors now. So this is still really good for ZeRo4, but of course that one death did buy Rapha a lot of time and options. ZeRo4 trying to catch Rapha here, and actually Rapha going to catch him, but coming out that jump pad gave ZeRo4 too efficient of an engagement, and Rapha's going to go down again, or no? Wow. Okay, you can see how close that was, and you can see Rapha just loving to take the fight there, and he managed to make it work with the burst damage of the shotgun at the end making the difference. So after picking up these items and being able to take the mega as well, Rapha's going to establish a decent cycle, and if he can keep ZeRo4 only on one yellow, and even steal away the shards, prevent him from getting that rocket launcher, Rapha can really limit the options. But now you can see he's kind of in a little bit of a problem, because this is a similar situation to when Rapha came out from that angle to attack ZeRo4. Actually, this is a situation where, even being in the frag in the lead, ZeRo4 can actually afford to lose that frag to stop Rapha from getting that dominance, which was the play before that ZeRo4 made. That neither player wants the other one to get overwhelming control, because they respect how good one another are. And because of that, if one of them gets that kind of control, they know how extremely difficult it will be to break it. So they have to go for these aggressive moves. So this could be a commitment from ZeRo4 here. And there you go, baiting him out with a machine gun. In fact, that wasn't very good for ZeRo4, because actually Rapha managed to wake his way out the choke point, and ZeRo4 didn't get the damage on Rapha as he was moving up the steps, which is really the best kind of efficient damage there. And so Rapha's going to be able to steal away this red. So this is now quite a strong advantage for Rapha. Oh, and a rocket jump up. He hears the jump pad, and he's going to go for the engagement. It's a great catch onto ZeRo4, but actually he takes so much damage there. Just unbelievable how much damage he took there. But looks like ZeRo4 will go down anyway, and Rapha going to be able to sweep away a yellow armor after taking a bit too much damage from the rocket jumps. And of course, it's a bit of a no-brainer to get the next red here as well, as Rapha just needs health and armor. And he's managed to tie up the game. So everything is far away right now, so ZeRo4 can be expected to make a sneaky play or an ambush or something like that, and Rapha wants to be looking out for that. Rapha also wants to be able to get good positioning on the map, so he's got great options leading into the ZeRo4's attack onto the red and the mega. So he's going to get these shards, making his way out into the open map. Got to be careful of an ambush here. Okay, nothing close. Spot ZeRo4 far away. The grenades are really going to be annoying for ZeRo4, because he cannot go through that area, and it delayed him just enough that he can't do anything annoying. But there you go. Very Cypher-esque there. As soon as Rapha was jumping off the mega spot, he is catching 100% LG pretty much, more or less, from the fact that he's jumping straight forwards into LG onto is Rapha. So he lost quite a bit of armor there and some health. So very nice, efficient damage from ZeRo4, and every little helps. So he's going to go down for that red. So ZeRo4 playing great so far. And a rocket jump up from Rapha to secure this position to damage, get escape damage, and then quick pick up on the yellow. And he's so close to that yellow, he's going to be able to quickly get on to the next one as well, denying effectively a lot of armor whilst potentially getting some spam damage on the exit, putting himself ahead in the stack, which gives him a favorite for the next fight, which gives him a favorite for the next kill. So we can see that ZeRo4 has a good read on Rapha's position, but Rapha's still trying to catch him out here, and that's what it's about. The players are reading each other's position at the moment to try and for ZeRo4 to avoid and for Rapha to catch. And there you go, Rapha catches ZeRo4, but ZeRo4's direct rocket there stops the kill from Rapha happening. But you can see it was a very good read from Rapha there. He caught ZeRo4, and ZeRo4 made the wrong read, but Rapha unable to capitalize just because of a nice execution. Mega pickup goes to Rapha. So this is about interception right now. The decision-making process is interception, and it's about the reads. How well does Rapha know ZeRo4? But also here, I mean, just taking away the armor is imperative, so he just does that. It's the first job to do. It's too risky to leave it up, and he manages to take away the other one as well. So ZeRo4 will try to lock this choke point down, but Rapha can actually just jump through. There you go, jump through. Talk about 20 damage, not too bad. And here you are. He's going to manage to find himself an opponent, and it's ZeRo4 taking the red armor. So just has to get all the efficient damage he can, and he hits himself in the face with rockets. So that's a very bad error there. And ZeRo4 managed with that play to come away quite well, considering he was previously behind. So Rapha's now not necessarily back to the drawing board, but as you can see, he's just getting the armors, and red's coming up in 9 seconds. Mega's far away. So the best thing to do here is to try and get position open positioning on the map, because Rapha has enough of a stack to take a fight in the open area with LG. So, and this is the best positioning to deal with a player trying to take red. So Rapha's won this position, and it's all about this fight now, because ZeRo4 is also like, okay, I want this position too, because if I don't take it, then you have too easy of a time getting red. You have too many options. You have too much pressure on me. So it's about the execution and the aiming with LG on LG. Good opening damage from Rapha there. Oh, but ZeRo4 also great damage, and trying to anticipate the pickup of the 50 health with the plasma. But ZeRo4 actually backing away. Oh, he comes back out. Now that was a beautiful play from ZeRo4. He peeked behind for just long enough, and Rapha was like, okay, I need to start shooting spam rockets, because I'm going to cut off ZeRo4's exit here, or there. But in fact, ZeRo4 was still there, jumped out with the LG and caught Rapha, so that was beautiful to get the frag. And the red armor. And now he wants to get this mega, so, you know, pretty simple stuff. So he'll pick up this mega. And there's 4 minutes left in this one, and he's got 1 frag and a lead again. So up the jump pad he goes for the shards. It's really, really nice to sweep away any armor he can, and actually he catches Rapha as well whilst trying to sweep away this armor. So that's very nice. And now ZeRo4's got the option. He knows red's coming up. He needs LG ammo, so it's biasing him towards this area, because he can always flush Rapha out and keep pushing the fight towards that red armor, and that can be a good result for him. So right now, that's exactly what he does, but he doesn't spot Rapha just yet. So there is the red up on the spot, and there is Rapha. He was on the red armor. And ZeRo4, this is the perfect play for him, and he's very ahead here, even if Rapha does choose to take the fight, because we can see Rapha's close range with LG against rockets. So this could be pretty damn good for ZeRo4 if he doesn't mess up the rocket fight. First rocket good, second rocket okay, third very good. But Rapha hits just phenomenal shots, and there's something you cannot account for sometimes. So very, very good result to make a trade there for Rapha. So as we switch onto his POV, we can see, oh my goodness, the challenge for that yellow. And that's just, there's not much you can do about it there, really. ZeRo4 kind of had to go for that, and so did Rapha, and you can see how close the fight was. So it's just one of those things. And off the spawn, that's going to give Rapha information on where ZeRo4 is. But likewise, ZeRo4 is going to know exactly what Rapha has and where he is. So ZeRo4 right now picks up the mega, and the problem is, you can see, even though the stack disadvantage for Rapha, we can see that the LG is basically just winning him the open areas, so ZeRo4 cannot challenge, and this gives a red to Rapha, and then Rapha's probably going to want to rocket jump up to try and pressure the yellows. So here you go, pick up of the red, there's the rocket jump up, it's going to be able to apply pressure on the open area, and there you can see ZeRo4 escaping to the LG side, which of course is the better side to be on, so you can get that weapon. And that first few seconds of damage, ZeRo4 after doing that can actually back away, in fact. And actually, Rapha seemed like he anticipated that, switching weapon to machine gun, then again taking free damage from ZeRo4. ZeRo4's like laughing at this position because he's like, I just got a bunch of free damage. I already knew that we weren't far away from even stacks, which puts me ahead, which now means that he can push his position forwards to take control of the center map. And look at this, Rapha's now, he knows how badly hurt Rapha is. Rapha will pick up the 50, but this kills a lot of time and gives potentially a lot of position to ZeRo4. But that yellow was not taken by ZeRo4, so Rapha right now, he knows that he's not doing too badly. He's got positioning. He just has to hold this position, figure out what ZeRo4 wants to go for, and then try to then adapt. So let's see what ZeRo4 is going to go for. Okay, he went for the red. And Rapha now has got the ability to deal damage on the exit and fall back on Mega. That's a good position for him. It's a tie game still. And he just goes for the Mega. He doesn't want to hang around for too long because he wants to make sure that if everything else fails, let's just get positioning. Because that is a sure thing, whereas spam rockets are not a sure thing. And here is the yellow spawning. Of course, that's what he wanted to be in time for. Able to pick one up. And now it's going to be a case of trying to catch ZeRo4. He's got center map positioning. Red's coming up. ZeRo4 knows that Rapha isn't yet like super stacked. He's very stacked, but not super stacked. And as soon as Rapha gets to the point where he's like 200-200, ZeRo4's in a lot of problems. So he knows that Red's coming up soon, and he has to really try to make a challenge for it. So Rapha's got, he knows that where ZeRo4 is, and he's got two areas that he can go for the red from, either high or low. So let's see what ZeRo4 takes and whether Rapha gets the correct read. Because Rapha's going to go for to flush him out, and he does actually get the rocket, and that damage is really strong there. And this is such a beautiful play for Rapha because free damage, cut off his opponent, got himself position on red, and that allowed him to pick it up. But look at this. This is now potentially a huge error. Up the jump pad, gets caught from LG. This is going to be perfect LG from ZeRo4. It wasn't perfect LG, but you can see how damaging it was anyway. So this is kind of problematic to some extent. But then again, there is always a trade-off here because look at the game clock. Things actually changed now. There's 2.5 minutes left, and ZeRo4 put himself in a position where he escaped, and I actually remember this, on 20 health. So because he took so much damage in this spot, because he didn't actually hit the perfect LG onto Rapha as he was going up the jump pad, and the reason for that is because he was probably very concerned with dodging, and dodging on that ledge is very hard, so it could have thrown his aim off a little bit and allowed Rapha to get a little bit more damage than he should, and allowed ZeRo4 to get a little less than he should. And so now ZeRo4, with this yellow just about to be taken by Rapha most likely, is only going to get one yellow, the 25s, so he's best case scenario on 100 and 50, whereas Rapha's going to get yellow, mega, and red. So Rapha's going to look really good here, and this is going to mean that ZeRo4 is going to enter this territory I was so afraid of before, and both players were so afraid of before, where they, the reason why they, or rather, to avoid that scenario, they were committing themselves to doing a lot of damage, which is what ZeRo4 just did, but now he's going to be inactive on the map, and Rapha will pick up everything, cycle everything perfectly, and then have the next fight on his terms. Not ZeRo4's terms, but completely on Rapha's terms. So this is very dangerous. And you can see that we heard high stepping from ZeRo4, him trying to get position, maybe some spam rockets, but almost 200-200 for Rapha. This is very bad. It's the first time he's hit this kind of stack, and there's only 2 minutes left, and ZeRo4's finding himself in an even game. So ZeRo4 now, his highest priority is just not to die. He just cannot die right now. Just it cannot happen. And the problem is he's going to be running around for 2 minutes just trying to get like one yellow every 30 seconds. Maybe some shards if he's lucky. But Rapha's very smart, and look at this. He can just bully his way straight onto the position. The guaranteed damage with the LG, and he steals away the yellow, gets the frag, and now you can see the real danger of the 200-200 stack. A player like Rapha can basically know exactly where the opponent is, just push through the defensive damage, not be afraid of it, get the frag, and then fall back onto all the items that are spawning, and then where are you left? You're left with a really good player who can run control perfectly, cycling the items, and ZeRo4 has to hit 3 perfect shotgun shots here, but not quite the case. So at this point, it's actually kind of game for Rapha, and we'll play it out for another 40 seconds or so, but this is basically over for ZeRo4 now, because look at Rapha's stack. ZeRo4 is going to have to do something immense to actually be able to come back into this, and it's all going to be about execution over decision making. So here you go. Still a huge stack from Rapha. Of course, cycling all the items, as we mentioned. And really, it really... Oh, fake rocket jump to get ZeRo4 to double back into him, and it perks perfectly. Lovely. Lovely play from Rapha. So I'm going to close this video out now, and I just want to emphasize one of the biggest things to learn from this is, again, how much the players really respect the other one when they get into a position of 200-200, because they want to avoid that at all costs, because it enables someone like Rapha to just jump straight into the defensive position, get the frag instantly. So that's pretty much it for this episode. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next.